This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the big news already. We're going to jump right into it. Mitchell Robinson is out 8 to 10 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. He needs ankle surgery. We're going to break it down and talk about what that means. But in the meantime, make sure you support the channel. You know we've been demonetized, so you can support the channel by hitting that Cash App, ladies and gentlemen. $ nothing but Knicks, or through PayPal at paypal.me/nothing but Knicks. Let's talk about Mitchell Robinson. I've seen people in the chat already say, here we go again. The young man just cannot stay healthy. No matter what happens, every season it seems as though Mitchell Robinson gets hurt. And so once again, the New York Knicks have got to find a way to deal without Mitchell Robinson. And I know Mitchell Robinson's talked about how it, his mental health behind getting hurt, consistently getting hurt. Every time it seems as though Mitchell Robinson is taking a step, which he's been taking a step this season, he gets hurt. And now he's out for 8 to 10 weeks, which is, you're talking 2 months, ladies and gentlemen. We're in January, February, maybe March is when Mitchell Robinson comes in. Maybe March. So where do we go from there? It's going to be something to figure out or see what Tom Thibodeau is going to do, how he's going to address the situation without Mitchell Robinson. I'm assuming he does what he's done before and go with Jericho Sims so that the bench remains intact. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. He could decide this season, well, you know what? I'm going to go with Isaiah Hartenstein. Right? He could decide that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what he's going to do. It's a difficult one. Right? Neither one of those guys is going to bring the defense that Mitchell Robinson brings or the rebounding that Mitchell Robinson brings. Neither one of them is going to bring it. I don't know. I guess we'll see later on tonight when the Knicks hit the floor. But ladies and gentlemen, Mitchell Robinson out 8 to 10 weeks. And he's not the only guy that could be out for tonight. Jalen Brunson is questionable. Immanuel Quickley is questionable. So all of a sudden, you got the injury bug hitting the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. You got the injury bug. So again, for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson is out. Needs ankle surgery. Immanuel Quickley has right knee inflammation. He's questionable. Jalen Brunson with a left ankle sprain is questionable. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. We talk about this statement win, ladies and gentlemen, that the Knicks have not been able to get. And now all of a sudden they're hit with a rash of injuries. And it looks like that statement win is going to maybe take a little bit longer. It's going to be tough for the Knicks to beat the likes of the Milwaukee Bucks or Celtics or anybody else without their full lineup. They struggle to beat them with their full lineup. So we will see, ladies and gentlemen, how this plays out. Again, Mitchell Robinson is out 8 to 10 weeks, needs ankle surgery. We'll see which way Tom Thibodeau decides to go with the lineups. You know, if he's going to start Jericho Sims or if he's going to start Isaiah Hartenstein. Right now, we just have a question mark there. In that spot, you know, so for the Knicks, assuming, you know, Jalen Brunson plays, you got Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle. We don't know what Tom Thibodeau is going to decide to do at that center spot. We don't know. I think he'll start Sims. Bogle says you think he'll start Sims. I think he'll start Sims as well because he does the same things that Mitchell Robinson does, right? Similar type of player. It's not the same rebounder, not the same defensive player, but a similar type of player. And then you keep the bench intact. So that does make some sense. And we've seen him do it last year. Right? We've seen it last year. We've seen him make changes last year around the 20-game mark, and he made a change this year around the 20-game mark. Dante DiVincenzo is now in the starting lineup. So the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, are dealing with changes in the midst of the season. Dealing with changes in the midst of the season. For the Toronto Raptors, Dennis Schroeder, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam. For the Raptors, ladies and gentlemen, back to the injury report. It looks like Otto Porter is out. He wasn't getting a lot of playing time anyway. Jonte Porter, Marquise Noel, Christian Coloco, he's out. And you got Javon Liberty Freedom. He's a G League two-way player. Marquise Noel is also a G League two-way player. Jonte Porter is a G League two-way player. So, you know, no serious injuries for the Toronto Raptors tonight. Now, the Knicks beat them the last time they played. You know, they beat them pretty good. My opinion is going to have no bearings on tonight because this Knicks team entering this game is a different team. Right? It's a different basketball team now. No Mitchell Robinson for sure. Maybe no Jalen Brunson. Maybe no Immanuel Quickley. If Jalen Brunson does go back to the bench, if Jalen Brunson does not play tonight, then, you know, where does Dante DiVincenzo just moved into the starting lineup? Now, do you bring do you keep Dante in the starting lineup and put Quentin Grimes back in the starting lineup and let Dante run the point guard spot, or do you bring in Miles McBride? I think you bring in Miles McBride. I think you start Miles McBride. You continue to start Dante DiVincenzo, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and possibly Jericho Sims. And then off the bench, you have hopefully Immanuel Quickley's playing. Quickley, you have Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, RJ Barrett playing with that second unit. We'll look at the second unit shortly. But if Immanuel Quickley is playing, I think he probably brings Immanuel Quickley into the starting lineup and let Deuce play off the bench. I think that's the best way to go about it. Right? But, you know, if neither Jalen Brunson or Immanuel Quickley, if neither of those guys play tonight, then you got to start Miles McBride. And so you go from, you could possibly tonight, and check it out, ladies and gentlemen, you could possibly go from an all-NBA caliber guard and then one of the best offensive rebounding, or maybe the best offensive rebounding center in the NBA, to a third-string guard who can play defense very well and a third-string center in the blink of an eye in your starting lineup. How was that? That's crazy. But it can happen. And it can be that way tonight, ladies and gentlemen. NBA can change quick. Things can change at the drop of a dime without notice. Without notice. Things can change on you. And they just changed tonight for the New York Knicks. You know what I mean? Because even if Deuce is not starting, you're still going from one of the best offensive rebounding centers in the NBA to possibly a third-string center. In the drop of a dime. Yeah, it's just, that's the way the NBA is. And I see people in the chat say that they're blaming Tibbs, right? Blaming Tibbs for Jalen Brunson, right? Because Jalen Brunson got hurt, 21 seconds, whatever it was. The Knicks down 12 points, really no chance of coming back in that basketball game. And Jalen Brunson steps on somebody's ankle or foot and twists his ankle. I mean, no doubt about it. Jalen Brunson should not have been in the game. Ain't no two ways to go about it. Nothing to say there. He shouldn't have been in the game. Shouldn't have been in the game. He was in the game. And, listen, Tom Thibodeau never learns. He never learns. Every time we turn around, this happens. And you all know I'm a supporter of Tom Thibodeau, right? But every time we turn around, he's leaving a guy in the game late when the Knicks have either won the basketball game or have no chance in winning the basketball game. Yeah. And because of that, now, listen, it happened last year with RJ Barrett. And now it's happened with Jalen Brunson, and we don't know if Jalen Brunson is going to play tonight or not. He's questionable. But damn. Come on. I mean, all right, I understood what you was doing when it came down to when it was the in-season tournament game. I dig all of that. I get it. But you got to be smarter than that, Tibbs. Come on, man. Got to be smarter than that. Got to make better decisions than that. Take the dude out the game. The bench units, ladies and gentlemen. If Jalen Brunson plays and Immanuel Quickley both play, then you have your regular lineup. And Immanuel Quickley's on the bench. Then you got Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, Josh Hart, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Right? And for the Toronto Raptors, you got Malachi Flynn, Jerry Trent Jr., Achiuwa, and you got Boucher. Otto Porter Jr. is out. Now, if Jalen Brunson is hurt and or if Jalen Brunson is out and Immanuel Quickley plays, I predict that Immanuel Quickley moves into the starting lineup. Deuce McBride comes off the bench. All right? If both of those guys are out, then I think Deuce goes into the starting lineup. And the Knicks play, maybe only play with 8 players or something. So this is where we are right now. The New York Knicks have got to deal with some lineup adjustments tonight versus the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors coming in fully healthy for the most part, besides Otto Porter, but Otto Porter wasn't really getting a lot of playing time anyway. So we'll see tonight. 7:30, the Knicks versus the Toronto Raptors at Madison Square Garden. And I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty positive that the crowd, they're aware of what's going on. I'm saying, and if things start going left, man, they'll be ready to let their thoughts out. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to a phone call, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, please make sure you support the channel. All right, use that Cash App. It's $ nothing but Knicks or PayPal.me/nothing but Knicks. I just put it in the YouTube chat. It's also pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. You can also find it in the description of this video, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you support the channel. Channel's been demonetized. We definitely appreciate all of your support, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get you a phone call really quick. See what people are thinking, what people are talking about. All right. Caller, you're live. Name me where you're from, please.
Hey, what up, Sam? This is Silk Sutton from Brooklyn.
Silk, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
I think Sims. I think Sims going to start because iHeart gets into too much foul trouble quick. So the less minutes you give him, you'll probably keep him in the game longer. Mm-hmm. I think that's why Tibbs did that last year, because iHeart be getting sometimes stupid fouls, and you put him in the starting lineup, he could be fouled out much quicker than if he Sims coming for 5 minutes and then you bring in iHeart. It'll still work out the same way. But I think we're going to get another center, a Kelly Olynyk or somebody like that, as a third center. He's physical enough. He could battle. He could play the 4 or the 5. He ain't no shot blocker. Nobody could be a shot blocker like Mitch. So we're gonna automatically lose out on the shot blocking thing. But he can still rebound and he can hit the 3 a little bit. I think because Taj, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna pick up Taj, even though he's a free agent. You think they would pick up Taj? And nobody picked him up.
Right. Maybe it's possible. It's possible. You know what I mean? Right now they have 2 centers that they can use. Right? You're definitely going to need a third because an injury could happen at any time. I think it's possible they could try to go get Taj.
And not just injury, it's foul trouble because iHeart gets into foul trouble.
Right.
So he ain't gonna last a lot of games. See, Mitch got out of that. iHeart didn't. His energy jumping around, he jumps into a lot of fouls.
Yeah. So who do you think starts tonight?
Yeah, Sims, because iHeart gets into trouble. So I keep saying Sims, right?
Yeah, Jericho Sims. Yeah.
Jericho Sims. Yeah. He. That's why Tibbs did him last year, because iHeart wasn't getting in a lot of foul trouble. He was foul iHeart, but iHeart gets into foul trouble. So this way he could still do the same thing that Mitch does. Sims a little bit, not the blocking the shot, but the rebounding, probably better perimeter and defense. And people like Porzingis, Sims probably play that better. It could stay with him, but iHeart just said he's not going to start because he gets into foul trouble too quick.
Okay.
So you don't want iHeart fouling out, and all you got is Sims at the center position.
Right. You did say that earlier. Right. You did say that earlier when you first got on. But let me ask you this. Do you think this is an opportunity for Tibbs to say, well, let me see if I could open up this offense a little bit by using iHeart? Since Mitch is going to be out 8 to 10 weeks, let me see if I can use iHeart and, his scoring abilities, his passing abilities to open up this offense in the first unit, so.
But I think he's going to do that because you probably only going to see Sims for 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Okay.
And you're going to see iHeart for most of the first quarter and then most of the second quarter. iHeart going to get most of the minutes. He's just not going to start because we don't have a third center on the team right now.
Right.
Who we got that is when one of them gets fouled out?
We just got smaller. We were already small. We just got smaller.
I know.
Right? We just got smaller.
Now you're talking about. You talking about no Quickley tonight, no Brunson,
possibly,
and no Mitch.
Possibly. And two of those guys
point?
are your top defensive players as well. Now, of course, Deuce can come in and play some defense.
I think we're gonna get a Frenchie sighting today. That happens. You ready for that?
He don't help. He don't help on the defensive side, but he can do something on the offensive
because
side.
You might need to put Dante and Deuce as the point guard and backup point.
I don't know how it's gonna go, man. I'm praying that we don't get any more injuries.
Yeah, we had a whole last year with no Mitch injuries, but
this season,
was short-lived.
Yeah, I mean this season, my personal season with my young ladies is looking like the Knicks season right now. Over the weekend, I found out my starting point guard tore ACL as well as a torn meniscus. Right, and then my starting shooting guard, who was playing point guard for us, twisted her ankle. And then in a game on Friday night, 9 p.m. the game was, Friday night. That's why I couldn't do a post-game show. In the game on Friday night, my starting three broke a finger. What am I going to do? And all this happened in a matter of 2 days.
See? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Did Mitchell get hurt at the last minutes of the game like Jalen Brunson?
You know what? I didn't see. I'm not sure. Not exactly sure when it was.
I want to, because Tibbs have him in there, bring that back in when they down by 12 with a minute or two left to go. He's got to stop doing that. Sometimes he just got to give up the game.
Just give up the game, right? Just give up the game. Yeah.
It ain't the playoffs. I can see you doing that in the playoffs. But sometimes you down by 12 with a minute to go. We ain't got a bunch of Reggie Millers on our team. They're gonna get 6 points in 1 minute. So.
Right. Nah, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? When the game is done, you know the game is done. If you have a chance to win it still, right? Listen, 21 seconds, and you're down 12, you're not winning that basketball game. I don't care what nobody.
Why are you bringing back Randall and the starters? I didn't get that.
You're not winning. You're not winning that game.
Like other people hate Tibbs. I don't hate Tibbs, but he got that little win at all costs mentality sometimes backfires.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't know. I can't defend it. Can't defend it. Can't explain it. Can't defend it. My man, Royal Highness, thank you for the cash app. 1 second, Silk Sutton. He said, no reason to panic. Do you agree with him? He said, no reason to panic. Do you agree with him?
I'm not panicking, but I am sweating right now.
I'm with you. Sweating a little bit too. Sweating a little bit too.
Cause we already bad defensively right now. And everybody keeps saying it's 10 to 12 weeks. Mitch is a big man. Who to say he come back this year? Who to say he got to run up and down? He got to put that weight on that ankle. Look how long it's taking Randall. He had off season.
Yeah. I mean, let me see, 8 to 10 weeks.
It could be if we make it to the second round of the playoffs, we see Mitch kind of scenario.
I mean, this puts us to February, right? Puts us to February, and then hopefully there'll be some ways to. This puts us to February, and then he'll probably have to come back and get back in shape before he gets on the court.
And you know hopefully he don't have no setback because he's a big man.
Right.
So that's the whole thing.
It's going to be interesting.
Ankle surgery for a big man is different than ankle surgery for a little guy.
Nah, no doubt about it.
You got a lot more weight to rehab.
Yeah, no doubt about that. What's your thoughts on tonight's game?
Keep hope alive and give me a win. But without no Quickley or Brunson and Mitch, and they big and beat up stuff. And now you asking Dante to and a bigger, stronger guard.
Yeah, hey, the trials and tribulations of a season, man.
Like I said, we might get a Jacob Toppin signing or Frenchie signing.
You
Maybe we
never
can
know.
outscore them, outshoot them.
You never
But
know.
we ain't gonna be defensive stopping them.
You never know. It's always something. But Silk, I appreciate your time, brother.
All right, sir.
All right, man.
Keep it real, bro.
All right, peace. Big shout out to Alan Pena. He said prayers to your injured players. And Julu Caesar said speedy, healthy recovery to your players, Sam. Definitely. Thank you very much. And I know they appreciate it. You know what I mean? At least one of them has a season-ending injury. You know, the other two should be able to come back this season. You know, but, you know, we got to take it lightly. We don't want any more injuries. No more injuries before we really get into conference play. We have our first conference game this week. Let me get to another phone call here. Caller, you're live. Name it, where you're from, please. Jamal, what's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good. Right. Yeah. Nah, I get it, man. You know, you got to be smart. And he's coached long enough, right, to understand, all right, let me take these guys out the game. This is not the time. We can't afford injuries. And you should know your team a little bit. You should know, like, this is a team that, in order to be successful, needs all of its pieces. It needs all of its pieces there. You know, one piece taken away from this team hurts the team big time. And we see it every single time somebody gets hurt, somebody's out. When you take one piece away, you know, the team struggles for a bit before they can readjust. You know what I mean? Now you're talking Mitchell Robinson. I mean, that's a major readjustment because what he does defensively, the offensive rebounding, and then the possibility that Brunson and Immanuel Quickley is out. You know, I don't think he could do anything with Immanuel Quickley, but of course, you know, the Brunson thing, you know, those are huge adjustments. You know, you're playing the Toronto Raptors. They're not a good basketball team, but when they see something like this, they're now ready to pounce, right? You know what I'm saying? And it makes the game that much tougher. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oh, hopefully Leon Rose had something to say or has something to say. I don't know. Let's see. Jamal, I appreciate your time, bro.
Always a good time. Looking forward to the next time you guys put something together. The Knicks guys game that night was awesome, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. We'll be looking to do something soon.
All right, take it easy,
All right.
bro.
All right, peace. And it looks like I didn't even have Jamal talking to you all, so I apologize for that. I don't know if you heard Jamal or what. Now you got Jamal at the last minute. My bad, guys. My bad. I will make sure we got another caller right now, so you're going to definitely hear this caller here. And Jamal, I apologize that everybody didn't hear you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get to my man right now on the call. You will definitely hear this one, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. I was bugging out. Big shout out to Paul. Paul, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate it. Said, let's go Knicks. And let me get to this next caller. Caller, you're live, man. Name me where you're from, and I promise you everyone's going to hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in Florida.
What's going on with you?
Jalen Brunson should not play tonight. He's still banged up. He been banged up. He ain't saying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about his ankle. He's banged up. I could tell. He wasn't scoring like he usually do. So he needs to sit out. Let Quickley make Quickley win the show today. You know what I'm saying? Make Quickley do his thing today. So
Quickley is questionable for tonight too. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Quickley's questionable for tonight.
All right. Plan C. Put what's his name? What's his name? The other guy.
Deuce.
The point guard. Deuce. And freak it. Put Fournier in. Put Fournier in. He's a good shooter. I play him on 2K a lot. You know what I'm saying? He could shoot. Put him on there, and you know what I'm saying, and just do this thing, man.
Does he play defense for you on 2K?
We got firepower. It's just Tibbs not using it right.
Does he play defense for you on 2K?
He does a little. I let him play defense a little, but the thing is, he score. We need scoring too. Yes, we need defense, but last game when he played with the Celtics, he had 9 for 9, so he can shoot. We need these shooters.
Well,
I'm dead serious, Sims.
I feel
serious.
I feel you. I feel you. You know, we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's as good of a shooter as he is, you know, in the NBA as on 2K. He was at
the Olympics. He was doing good in the Olympics.
Yeah, he was doing good in the Olympics. That's still not the NBA. Yeah, what level do you play on?
I know.
What level are you playing on? Are you playing on what level are you? Are you playing on rookie?
I'm all-star, but I play online. I be beating dudes online left and right.
With Fournier?
I'm the coach. I'm the coach on my 2K. I'll be putting my lineups. And guess what? Tim should put that dude Jeffries. I think he's from Indiana. He used to play for Indiana.
DeQuan Jeffries?
Man, he decent on 2K. I think you should put him, make him get a shot. You know what I'm saying? We need firepower. We gotta deep bench, and he's not using his deep bench like that.
I'm just saying, you know, if we got you on a controller, we put Evan Fournier in the game. All right, man.
Boy.
Hey, I appreciate your time, bro.
All right, Sam.
All right, peace. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it'll work. Maybe we get my man out of controller, you know, controlling the strings in the background. I don't know. Big shout out to Roddy Blaze. Thank you for the Cash App. He says, salute. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for consistently and always supporting the channel. I mean, The Knicks play the Raptors tonight. A lot of people up in arms, a little bit worried about worried about Tibbs. His penchant to play players when he don't need to play players. Now we got a rash of injuries. What things are going to be looking like for the next couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. The last time the Knicks and the Raptors faced off, the Knicks, they gave it to them, ladies and gentlemen. It was an easy game for the Knicks the last time they matched up. The Knicks won the game 119-106. It was in Toronto. All right, tonight's going to look a little bit different, of course. The Knicks had 30 assists on the night. The Raptors had 32. Both teams, 12 turnovers. The Knicks shot the ball extremely well. 50% from the field, 44% from the three-point line, 81% from the free throw line. All right, the Knicks, only 48 points in the paint. The Raptors had 60. Second chance points, the Knicks had 16. You're missing your second chance point guy tonight with Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? He's the one who gobbles up all the offensive rebounds. Missing him tonight. The Knicks only had 13 fast break points. Toronto had 22. Tonight's going to be a different game with no Mitchell Robinson. And we're going to learn a little bit about this team. No doubt about that. Let me get to one more phone call. Caller, you live. Name and where you're from, please.
What's up, Sim? This is Benji from Manhattan.
Benji,
called you last week. I'm the guy that always says, yeah, Fournier has to play, and he does have to play. But beyond that, obviously this is a tough blow for us, but I'm not as I'm looking at it optimistically, man. I mean, Mitch does a lot of stuff that gets taken for granted, right? The offensive rebounds over 5 per game. That's huge. He's an anchor, man. But you know what? iHeart is up for the task. He's capable of getting double-digit rebounds. He's not the defender Mitch is. He's not the rim protector Mitch is.
Right.
So we're going to have to get creative, man. We're going to have to figure out ways to get, change lineups and go with interesting lineups and dig a little deeper in the bench, especially tonight. If Brunson and IQ can't play, then obviously we got to dig into the bench, man. And Fournier's going to have to play. But, yeah, tonight would be big to get, man. It's obviously the game before we go out west for the 5-game road trip. So this is like a complete must-win game, right? Given everything that's taken place over the last week with the 2 losses and the injury now, I think, and some of the other injuries, I think we absolutely have to get this game tonight because things can spiral out of control quickly, and we need to get this win. So yeah, I'll be curious to see what happens, but I do think we should just for insurance purposes, because Mitch realistically, there's a chance he might miss like 40 games or even the whole regular season. Because we're going to be looking at like his reevaluating him in like late February, so that's not positive. Let's say he doesn't make any progress, right? Like he could still be shut down. So I think there's no harm in bringing Taj Gibson or somebody like that back just to have an extra body that we can dig into if we have. Because God forbid we have an injury to any of these other big men, then we're in absolute trouble. So
yeah.
I would go get Taj, man. Why not?
Why not?
There's no harm. Just go pick him up. He knows the system. He can step right in. He's going to be able to do his little phone home celebration when he hits a corner 3, and he can give you 15 minutes. He might be a little bit rusty, but that's what I would do. But I mean, this is a crucial part of the season for us. This is a big test with the upcoming 11 games that we have. They're pretty tough. Tonight cannot be taken lightly. Toronto always plays us tough. They have a lot of size. They have a lot of tenacious players. So I think, man, I'm gonna be in the building in a couple hours, so it's gonna be a little bit nervous energy there. But let's go get a win, man, and let's set this off right, and let's level the panic that's going around. I mean, Knicks fans are panicking. I'm not panicking. I'm worried, but I'm not panicking.
Right.
Mitch is good, but we can overcome it. So let's be. My last point is, man, we've been pretty spoiled with the injury news that we've had, man. I mean, our top 3 players last season, like Julius played almost every game until he got injured at the end of the season. RJ, I think, played like 73 games, and Brunson played 68 games, and some of those he was held out at the end because we were resting him. So, I mean, realistically, we've been pretty lucky with injuries. So, This is a tough blow, but let's get a win tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, I appreciate it, Benji. Appreciate the call. Yeah, I agree with him. We need this win tonight. When you look at the next few games, all right, the Knicks play the Raptors tonight. They play Utah on Wednesday to kick off a 5-game road trip. On that 5-game road trip, they play Phoenix, they play the Clippers, they play the Lakers, then they play the Nets. And then they play 2 games in a row against Milwaukee. Now, they've already played Milwaukee twice and lost to them twice. They played Milwaukee on Saturday the 23rd. Then at home, well, that game is at home. And then they play Milwaukee on December the 25th on Christmas at home. Right? And then they're right back on the road for another 3-game road trip, Oklahoma, Orlando, Indiana. Knicks have a tough stretch coming up. And then Minnesota at home, Chicago at home, Philadelphia on the road, Washington on the road. All right, Washington's not that tough. Chicago, Minnesota right now, one of the top teams in the league. But over the next 7 games, 8 games including tonight, the Knicks got a tough stretch while they're dealing with injuries. So, it's time for these guys to step up, ladies and gentlemen. They got to step up and ball out, get it done during this time. Get it done. When you look at, ladies and gentlemen, the team comparison, we looked at the previous game, but when you look at the team comparison for the season, I mean, the Knicks, they scored 112, the Raptors 111. Both teams around 46 rebounds. The Raptors actually average more assists than the Knicks. Both teams around 8 steals. Both teams are low turnover teams. Both teams shoot, 46, 45% from the field. The Knicks are a better 3-point shooting team right now than the Raptors. Don't believe for 1 minute that the Raptors feel intimidated by the Knicks. No, they feel like they can win this basketball game. No doubt about it. No doubt. They feel like they can win it. The Knicks, with their injuries and all, the next man up mentality has to be in effect, and they got to come in, try to win this basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. They got to get this game tonight because, it's a tough stretch coming up. This is a game that you're supposed to win. The problem is, with injuries, the question is, are they supposed to win it? I don't know. But the keys to the game, win the games you're supposed to win. But that's a question now, if they're supposed to win this game. That's a question. Because of the injuries, right? If there's no Jalen Brunson and no Immanuel Quickley, of course we're not going to have Mitchell Robinson. Are they supposed to win the game? I guess you would say because they still got RJ, they still got Julius, and they got some other pieces, but, I don't know. They got to manage the lineup adjustments. There's going to be adjustments. Even if it's just Mitch that's out, there's an adjustment there. You got to get through. You got to manage the adjustment. You got to win despite the adjustment. And it's not easy. It's just different tendencies for different players. So tonight, the Knicks got to manage their lineup adjustments, and then they got to pick up the defense. Milwaukee, Boston, these guys, Milwaukee dropped 146. The Knicks have given up an astronomical amount of points the last few games. And I know who they played. But damn, we got to get it back together on the defensive side of the ball. We got to figure out how to defend that 3-point line. Run these guys off the 3-point line so we don't have a team shoot 60% from the 3-point line. That's crazy. Right? So we got to pick up the defense. We won't pick up the defense, man. It's going to be a long night. Team rebound. Without Mitchell Robinson, we need more people that's going to help on the glass, especially on the offensive glass. Because the Knicks don't always shoot the ball well. Sometimes they shoot the ball poorly. And they need that help on the glass. R.J. Barrett got to help on the glass. Obviously, Sims and Hartenstein got to help on the glass. Julius Randle. I mean, Julius Randle's giving you 12 rebounds a game anyway. Right, but these guys got to be there and on the glass. Team rebound, ladies and gentlemen, and then get off to a good start. Let's not get off poorly. Let's not get off poorly. If we get off poorly, it may be hard to dig ourselves out. Last call of the day, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to get rolling to practice. Caller, you live. Name me where you're from, please.
What up, sir? This is Wiz from Cali, from Los Angeles.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, I feel like I'm not going to the Lakers Clippers game. I was looking forward to those games this week. I'm like, dang.
You said you might not be going?
The next year. Huh?
You said you might not be going to the game?
I don't feel like going no more. I'm just saying, after the injury reports, I'm looking like, who's going to be playing? We're going to have Tibbs suiting up. Maybe Brunson, Rick Brunson, get it on the team, put a uniform on.
Look, man, you got to get out there and support them. You got to get out there and support them. They need your support anyway.
I know. I'm gonna. So anyway, tonight, man. I think my boy Deuce. I'm the Deuce president of the Deuce Hive. CEO and president of the Deuce Hive.
Okay.
So I'm saying Deuce gets the ball in 25 minutes. He's gonna put up 25 and 6.
Who, Deuce?
I'm just calling it right now.
Deuce? Oh boy.
I'm calling. Remember that minimum. I said minimum.
You said Deuce is giving you 25 and 6 if he plays more than 25 minutes. We're gonna mark this down.
Exactly.
We marking this down. 47.
He's going 30 minutes. He's doing a double. He's doing
okay. We
25 and 10 assists.
Yeah.
On the assist category, and probably 5 or 6 rebounds as well.
Yeah, we're marking this down.
What I'm calling. My boy Sims, he's gonna look a little lost out there, but I think the Knicks are gonna be very cautious on making any moves. I think they're gonna try to see how long they go with Sims and Ihart at the center. We're gonna try to save as much assets as possible. They're gonna look at the on the wire right now and see if there's any vet minimum they can just pick up for free or for cheap. So that's one of my fears, because I really thought that they were on the edge, on the verge of making a move. And right now, they got to start to recalibrate on looking at, making sure the center is solid, these guys don't come through. And then power forward. Now, instead of looking for a 3-4, they may be looking for a 4-5, because they got to look at having the, center spot tightened up real tight. If Mitch going to be out, 8-10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I feel the same about big men like that. 8-10 weeks. I feel season, man. I feel a season for Mitch. I'm sorry, but that's a tough call.
Yeah.
But I think the season is done for Mitch, man. I think 10 to 12 weeks is too much.
Is it 10 to 12? I thought I seen 8 to 10. Is it 10 to 12?
I'm feeling because he's a big man like that in his history, and then they're going to be extra cautious because. I got to put it on Tibbs, man. Tibbs is never cautious with his players, man. And he's throwing them to the ground. If he's still the coach in February, March, then he's going to go on the opposite side and be extra cautious to show the front office that he can be. And then he's going to hold his play out probably another week or two beyond the normal recommendation. And I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I want to have Mitch try to get back in the system in March, April, getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's my concern.
Yeah.
But tonight,
we'll see. I don't
my
know.
boy Deuce gonna come through.
Hey,
We're gonna
Wiz.
take the Raptors tonight.
Hey, Wiz.
After that, though.
Hey, Wiz. Ron from Still Knicks fans said that you got a lot of Cali stuff in that bong over there. When you talk about Deuce getting 25 tonight. Oh no.
Cali to go. I'm Jamaican. I'm Jamaican in Cali. Best of both worlds, right? So a Jamaican in Cali.
There you go.
So, man, so you have a good show,
you too, man.
I
appreciate you, brother.
I need to hear this, man. I need to vent.
Yeah.
I need to hear some people talk. Keep me off, keep me from jumping, because I'm like, this hurts, man. And if Brunson and IQ are out there, man, well, I'm glad you popped in there. I hope you come back on later to tell me congrats on the prediction with my boy Deuce. I want to go on his Twitter account right now and let him know.
Let him know.
I got his back.
Let him know. All right, let him know. All right, hey, I'll be back on the post-game show for sure, so without a doubt.
All right, man. Good luck with your teams, man, with the young youngins, man.
Yeah,
you're doing great things, man.
We working.
Respect.
We working. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a challenging season, but we working.
Much respect to you, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Peace.
Brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. Troy Vento, thank you for the Cash App. He said, love the show. Keep it going. Keep doing what you do. We definitely will. You already know that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? My prediction for tonight, I do think the Knicks are going to get a win. Right? So I think we get a win tonight. And then, we're going to take the show on the road. And it's going to be a tough show, we got to do our thing out there on the road, ladies and gentlemen. 5-game road trip. West Coast road trip. It's going to be tough. But I think the Knicks get the win tonight. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be tough. No doubt about it. It's going to be tough. Shout out to Jamal Randolph. Thank you for the Cash App. Definitely appreciate your support, my friend. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get up out of here. Tonight, I will be back on the post-game show tonight. All right. No games tonight. I get out of practice a little bit earlier, so I'll be able to come straight home for practice, see the game, this and that. So that's great. That's great because we've been having late practices all season long so far. But I'm out. I will catch you later on. Everybody that supported the channel, I appreciate it. Everyone that's here watching and just joining in, I appreciate it. Thank you for your support always. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm up out of here. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.